A failure of journalism. Josh Hawley shuts down HuffPost reporter on Russia-Ukraine war. You don't know what you're talking about. This is an interesting illustration of just what it is modern journalism is involved around. It's not about obtaining the facts or interviewing decision makers. It's about pushing a partisan political agenda. Well, duh, probably most people would say. Senator Josh Hawley, Republican, had a fiery exchange with a liberal journalist who attempted to press him on where he stood on the Russia-Ukraine war. Huffington Post reporter Jonathan Nicholson confronted Hawley about the arrest warrant issued by Russia against his colleague Senator Lindsey Graham over comments Graham made in support of Ukraine. I mean, shouldn't that settle the question about how much and who the U.S. should be supporting? The one side in this war saying it's okay to, try to arrest a U.S. citizen? Nicholson asked. Well, who's advocating supporting Russia? Hawley countered. And this is where the liberal journalist was caught. There's a perception, Nicholson said, that the people who were not supportive of Ukraine getting more money are supporting Russia? Hawley interjected. Why would that be the case? Who's voted to support Russia or help Russia? Who rhetorically has said Russia is the good actor here? Nicholson doubled down with his assertion. You haven't answered my question. Who has said, name me somebody, Hawley told Nicholson. I'm a lawyer, so make me an argument. Who has said that they support Russia? HuffPost reporter Nicholson replied, well, I think my question is about... You can't name anybody. Can you name somebody? Hawley asked. Off the top of my head, I'll admit I cannot find you anyone who said I support Russia, but there are some people in the caucus, both over here and in the House, who seem to believe that this is not a high priority to support Ukraine. Well, it's not higher than China, Hawley shot back. Listen, if we live in a world of trade-offs, are you pro-China? I mean, do you want Beijing to... Are you okay with the listening post in Cuba? Let's use your logic. Your logic is if you don't make anti-Russia the top priority, you're pro-Russia. My logic would be if you don't make China the top priority, you're pro-China. Nicholson replied, I'm a lowly reporter. Hawley pressed him, well, I'm just asking you. You asked the question and you didn't have anything to support it. I'm asking you, is that the right? Should I call everybody who doesn't want to make China the top priority a communist? China hasn't threatened to arrest one of your colleagues, Nicholson responded. Hawley fired back because this reporter apparently didn't do any research. China has threatened to arrest me. They have expelled me from a country. I'm banned in China. I'm sanctioned in China personally. They've done the same thing to Senator Marco Rubio. China has just set up a listening post off our coast in Cuba. China is threatening to invade Taiwan. China cracked down on Hong Kong. I was there with them in the streets. Are you saying China's a good actor? Do you think they're a better actor than Russia? Do you think they should be our top foreign policy threat? He's questioning him for a reason, because the reporter has attempted to interject his personal views into what his job is, which is simply asking a senator his policy positions. I think you don't know what you're talking about, frankly, Hawley told the HuffPost reporter. I look forward to seeing your article. If you don't print it, we will absolutely release it. Lovely to talk with you. Since their testy exchange, Nicholson had not written any articles, according to his author page on HuffPost's website. A spokesperson for HuffPost's parent company, BuzzFeed, said that while HuffPost journalists talk to elected officials every day, most of those conversations don't end up being published, and HuffPost isn't publishing a story based on Jonathan Nicholson's conversation with Senator Hawley. Here's what actually happened if we break down the background. This Huffington Post reporter, a Democrat, high-fived his Democrat friends at the Huffington Post and said, I'm going to stick it to Senator Josh Hawley because I don't like his political party, I don't like him, and I'm going to smear him as a pro-Putin, pro-Russia traitor to the United States of America. You notice this reporter was not even in trouble with his editor, if there is an editor at the Huffington Post, because he went back and said, well, I didn't get any quotes to help Senator Josh Hawley's opponent the next time he's up for election. I will do better on behalf of the Democratic Party next time, sir, she, he, them. And this person's boss said, "You'd better, because our job is not to report the news at HuffPost, but to destroy the enemies of the Democratic Party." This is the failure of journalism in 2023. Fortunately, Senator Hawley caught them in the act. Thank you.